The price elasticity of demand is a measurement of how a product's consumption changes in response to price changes. A product that is inelastic, on the other hand, is characteristic as one for which a change in price has no meaningful impact on demand. When demand for a good or service remains constant regardless of price or other factors, it is said to be inelastic. In other words, even if price or wages changes, consumers' purchasing habit will not change. Inelasticity items are necessary and, in most cases, do not have readily available substitutes. Cars should charge the price used in elasticity of demand because the price increased 250, while elasticity of demand decreased 800. Then, if used in elasticity of demand also has numerous advantages for enterprise. They have more price freedom. For example, because demand remains relatively constant regardless of price changes. Consumer purchasing pattern will mostly remain unchanged regardless of whether the company boosts or lowers its price. This can have a variety of effects on a company demand and total revenue. To begin, a company overall revenue may be reduced. A loss in revenue would occur if the price of an inelastic good was reduced while demand remains same. Reducing the price of these company items has no positive consequence for it. Second, an organization overall revenue may increase because the amount demanded has no change. If the price of an inelasticity commodity is raised while demand remains constant, the total revenue will rise. As a result, businesses that deal with inelasticity items may usually raise their price, sell a little less and still make profit.
For question 2a, based on the value of income elasticity, what types of goods are good X and good Y? For answering this question, we will use elasticity income equal to quantity demanded of good X divide which good income. That is, elasticity income equal to quantity 2 minus which quantity 1 times income 1 and divide quantity 1 times income 2 minus which income 1. For good X, quantity 1 is 20, quantity 2 is 60, income 1 is 1,200 and income 2 is 1,600 using the formula that we're talking about. That is, good S equal to 60 minus 20 times 1,200 divide 20 times 1,600 minus 1,200, and the answer for this good X is 6. Since it's more than 1, the answer is luxury goods. For good Y, quantity 1 is 50, while quantity 2 is 60. And income 1 is same, that is 1,200, while for income 2 is 1,600. Using the same formula, 60 minus 50 times 1,200 divide 50 times 1,600 minus 1,200, and the answer for the good Y is 0.6. Since it's less than 1 and more than 0, the type of good for good Y is normal goods. B. If you work as an advisor for firm A that is good X and firm B that is good Y, when income of consumer increase during economic boom, what is the best advice you should give to the firm owner for good X and good Y as to what to do with the volume of production? Should the firm raise their volume even more or just a little? Why? So if I work as an advisor for firm A that is good X, I would suggest them to raise just a little of their volume of production. The reason why I give the advice because our firm is a firm that produce luxury goods, and when we decrease our supply, we also have made the high demand of consumer that make their product is one of the highest requests. To make it more clear, as a company that serving a quality product, we must want to make the profit on our product since the consumer income has increased during economic boom. We can attract them on our product because we have made a product still in a high status. Even as a consumers, of course, we want a product that can satisfy our needs and wants, and acquired rare that not everyone can have it. Since we have decreased the supply and increased the demand, it surely helps us to attach their attention to buy our product and also at the same time to make the profit when we have managed to sell the product that has been produced. And also, while if I work as an advisor for firm B that is good why, I will advise them to raise even more on their product of the product to production to for the product to make more supply. Based on my opinion, since consumers have get the increase of the income in the economic boom, they must want to keep the focus on normal goods because it is the important for their needs in daily life. If we produce more product, we can create more supply on market and surely give a consumer chance to buy the good in a large scale. Since for B is a produce a good wine that is normal goods, the chance for the product to be sold in a high volume is big in this economic boom.
The price elasticity of demand for drones and UAV cameras is a measure of how price affects the quantity demanded. When prices rise, demand for practically both goods decrease, but it decreases more for some than for others. The price elasticity is the percentage change in quantity required when the price is increasing by 1% while all other factors remain constant. If the elasticity is negative 2, it signifies that a 1% increase in price results in a 2% decrease in quantity demanded. Other elasticity are used to determine how the quantity needed change as a result of other factors. Since the cross price elasticity of demand between UAV camera and drone is a negative 2.5, it means that the UAV cameras and drones are complementary products. Therefore, if the price of drones will keep dropping, the demand for the UAV cameras will increase because the consumption of drones will increase. Thus, we will advise for the UAV camera maker to produce more UAV cameras to satisfy its demand for drones. However, consumer will predict the forecast price of drones will increase and is to increase the demand of supply, so they will get more profit.
The concept of price elasticity of demand extends to supply as well. Its essence is as follows. If producers are price sensitive, then supply is elastic. Likewise, vice versa. The formula of elasticity of demand can also be used to calculate the degree of elasticity of supply. The only difference is that the percentage change in quantity asked for has been replaced with the percentage change in quantity offered. The amount of time available to producers to respond to a given change in product price is the most critical element influencing supply elasticity. The longer producers have to respond to a given price shift, the bigger the change in output and hence the greater the supply elasticity. As a result, the bigger the shift in output, the greater the supply elasticity. The price elasticity of aggregate supply of agricultural product as a whole is affected by various factors and is dependent on, but not limited to, the price elasticity of its components. Natural conditions, the pattern of supply by source of formation, and the ratio of own to purchase resources are all significant elements for this type of elasticity. In the current climate, agriculture in industrialist countries is seeing a significant growth in the usage of acquired resources. As a result, the importance of resources such as land of labor, which were once dominant, is dwindling. As you can see, the price elasticity of agricultural total supplies has increased. So the price elasticity of the entire supply of agricultural product is growing.